Hi there, I'm Aid from Proactive, and today I'm going to go through the Clevertouch screen. Just going to go through the basics of how the screen works, and then when I come in and train you, I'll go through all the finer details. So first things first, the screen works in two different ways. The way that you're seeing it at the moment, this is called the Android side. So on the Android side, the screen works independently. You don't have to have your laptop plugged in or your desktop. If you don't want to use the Android and you want to use your desktop or your laptop straight away, and you're on the Android side, to swap it over, you need to tap on the arrow at the bottom. It will say that you're on the Android at the moment, and the Android is called Deluxe, and we need to go to our device. So I know that my laptop is plugged in HDMI 2 because it's got a little dot underneath it. So when I click on HDMI 2, it switches the source and takes me onto my laptop. If you're on your device and you want to get to the Android, you'll notice somewhere there's this little icon that has a pencil in it. This icon can go wherever you want it to be, and if you tap on it, it will bring up the menu. If you tap on the home, it will take you onto the Android side of the board. When you're on the Android, you'll notice on either side of the board there's two arrows. If you press on the arrow, it will bring up the menu. The first one I'm going to show you is the whiteboard. So if I tap on the whiteboard, it takes us into the electronic whiteboard that belongs to the Android. This is the whiteboard. There's a few features on here, all of which I won't be able to go through now, but I'm just going to show you the basics to get you started. So if you've got your pen, you can use the pen or use your finger. Tap on the pen. You can choose the thickness of the pen by sliding up and down, then choose your colour, and then with the pen you can write on the board. Once you've written on the board, you can click on select, then you can select, and once it's selected you can move it around. Using the pinch movement, you can make it bigger and smaller and put it to where you want. Again, writing underneath, and then if you want to erase anything at any point, any flat surface, just rub the board and it will erase your writing. The next one I'd like to show you is the shape tool. So tap it once to select it, tap it a second time and it will come up. You'll notice that it's got 2D shapes and 3D shapes. So if I go into the 2D shapes and choose a circle, then when I draw it, I can draw a circle. Obviously the 3D will give me a 3D shape. So the next little feature I'd like to show you is adding pages, which is this one just here. So if I click on the plus, I now have a second page, and now going back to my pen, using the toggle, I can toggle down or toggle up. And if I press in the middle where it says the page numbers, I can get a preview of all the pages that I've made. To close the whiteboard, we go down to the left here on the cross, click on the cross, and then it will ask you if you want to save your work, don't save, or cancel the action. So I'm going to press save because I want to save that. This is now actually the month, the date and the time. If I click on the cross, I can get rid of it, and then you're able to call the file name whatever you want. Click on the tick, then click OK, and the file will save and the board will go back to its home screen. So the second app I'm going to show you is Files. So if I click on Files and then I go in here, it says here Whiteboard. If I double tap on Whiteboard, you can now see where I've just saved that file to. So if I double tap on that, it will now bring it back open, and now I can edit, add, undo as required to the file. So the next app I'm going to show you, again, if I click on the arrow, Browser. So this is a normal browser, it takes you to Google, you can put in there whatever you want. But remember this little icon here, this widget that's got the pen on it? If I tap on the pen, it will bring up this menu. If I'm clicking on the pen just here, it will bring up a pen. I can change the colour of it. Once I've chosen the colour, I can then write anywhere that I want when I'm on the board. To get rid of the annotation, tap on the cross, and then once the annotation's gone, I'm back into the browser. And that can be done at any point, anywhere on the board. The next one I want to show you is the Clever Store. So again, click on the arrow, click on Clever Store, and then this will open. This is basically your app store. All the apps are free to download. They're all suitable for children, so don't have concerns about letting the children have a look on there themselves. And they're all specifically designed for the board, so they won't pixelate. So if there's an app there that you like, and remember, they go from left to right as well. So whatever you want, tap on it, just like on your phone. It will come up, it will tell you what the app's about. If you think that you want to use it, click on free download, and it will start to download the app. Next one I would like to show you, again, click on the arrow. I'm now going to take you into apps. So any apps that you've just downloaded in the App Store, this is where they'll appear once they've uploaded onto the board. The more apps you have, the more pages you have to scroll through, but the one I'd like to show you now is called Clevershare. So on any device that you want to share with the board, you need to download this app. It's called Clevershare, and look for the icon. Click on it, and the first thing we need to do is pair the two devices. So once you've opened the Clevershare app on the board, you'll find some numbers. On your device, we now have to enter them numbers. The numbers being on this board 040473. And now the two devices have been paired. So now that it's paired, I click on this little button here called Screen Share, and this tells me what I need to do. Basically what I need to do is swipe down from the top right of my iPad, look for screen mirroring, tap on it, and then I can see Clevershare there, which is the name of the board. Tap on it, and then it connects me to the board. So I'm now connected to the board with my tablet. And once I'm in there, if I then go into camera, then I can use the tablet as a visualizer. To turn the screen off completely, which saves electricity, click on the physical button at the moment and keep it depressed until you see the message on the screen. Then it will either turn itself off or click on the OK button. So when you first use these boards, and before we get to you to give you your proper training, just one bit of advice. Don't be frightened to press buttons. You can't break it, you can't change any of the settings, so just press away and see what happens. So hopefully now you'll be able to use the screen. If you've got any questions, please give us a ring on the following number, and hopefully I'll see you soon for training.